But not only did they want to share the actual racing event itself, they even wanted us to experience it from behind the wheel of a car.
So that's the start of your...
Talk about intensity, it depends on, I guess, how fast and how competitive you are and your machine is. And, it's only the pressure that you put on yourself if you're really going to try to fight for the podium place.
Right. Today, I'm thrilled to welcome you guys, our very first guest for our very first episode of the CCS Talks. None other than Mr. Jong King. And you know what, guys? Jong is the racing director and one of the lead organizers of the Rota Time Attack here in Cebu. One of growing events here in Cebu, especially in the racing industry. He's also made history as the only Cebuano to participate in the Otago Rally in New Zealand. As an accomplished amateur racer, he has also won championship titles in several local competitions. So Sir Jong, thank you for joining us here in our CCS Talks. No? So I've prepared here some few questions, and I know this is going to be an eye-opener for our aspiring racers, especially here in Cebu. Not only here in Cebu, but I think the entire Philippines. I know you're also part of the MSDP, the Motorsports Development Program. Siguro I'm very lucky to interview such a legend in this type of industry, and this person is lisod kayo ni siya hagilapon in terms of kanang mga ingon ani like podcast. So we're very honored, like the CCS community, we're very honored to really interview this legend. So, first of all, sir, you made history as the only Cebuano to participate in the Otago Rally in New Zealand. That must be a whirlwind, right? Rally events are known for their intense atmosphere. And can you share what the experience was like and what it felt like representing Cebuano on such an international stage?
Well, so that was back in 2018, the Otago Rally.
Mm-hmm.
We were actually invited over to just come along and spectate and take in the atmosphere. I would say about 3 months before the actual event, we were offered a car.
Oh.
So plans changed right away from just spectating to actually driving. Talking about the experience, again, that says a lot because not only did they want to share the actual racing event itself, they even wanted us to experience it from behind the wheel of a car.
So that's the start of your...
so that's the best way to experience such beautiful roads and well-organized event. Otago Rally has been graced by many WRC, ex-WRC drivers, and even recent famous people such as Ken Block, the late Ken Block, and Brandon Semenuk, who was there last year, the current ARA champion. So it continues to grow. It will be celebrating the 50th anniversary next year. So that will be the biggest for the Otago Rally, and with a field of about 120 cars. So definitely the whole South Island comes together, and I would say out of 120, we're probably 20, 25 international drivers going.
That's nice. And also, sir, speaking of the experience, how intense it, like, unsa man yung feeling mo nga international stage? I mean,
if you want to talk about intensity, it depends on, I guess, how fast and how competitive you are and your machine is. And it's only the pressure that you put on yourself if you're really gonna try to fight for the podium place.
Right.
But I looked at it as getting to play golf with pro PGA golfers in a prestigious golf course.
Right.
So World PGA golf course, and just be amongst the best in the world on that particular golf course. I was just so happy to just be there.
Like, also by feeling, sir, like if you're driving with this type of kanang circuit, and then grabbing it, how about the track, sir? How?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So back when we're talking about feeling now,
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I had the experience to go that fast on those roads because it's very hard to have. Just a very simple example.
Mm-hmm.
The speed limit on the gravel roads is 100 kilometers per hour.
Right.
And you're going over twists, turns, ups and downs, and blind corners.
Exactly.
And, but that's their speed limit. So
Right.
they're used to going 80, 90 kilometers per hour on gravel roads.
Right.
We are not. But we can probably do that up in a mountain highway.
Mm-hmm.
You can go 80, 90, 100.
Yeah, I think
That's not a non-slippery surface.
right.
So that's the difference.
Because what I saw from some of the rallies is it kanang dili ba siya 100% nung gravel rasa or there are parts po na
This one is pretty much 98% gravel.
gravel ra gyud siya.
Yeah,
So
there's
grabe
maybe
gyud ay
2%
Mm.
only because out of the 280 kilometers, there is a super special where the public can watch, and that
Right.
one is on tarmac,
exactly.
going around three laps. But
Mm.
that's about it. But the rest is all gravel.
Right, right. Well, speaking of high pressure moments of that event, can you tell us a little background of Jong King? Who is Jong King behind the wheel, sir?
If I'm not in the car, obviously I'm a husband. I'm a father of 4.
Mhm.
I'm a businessman. I do enjoy a lot of racing and car fixing.
Right.
But I'm just passionate to be part of the motorsports community in Cebu,
Mm-hmm.
and I love to share what I know and help others do the same.
Right.
So when it comes to our community, whether it's business community or family and the school community,
Mhm.
those are the things I really do.
Right.
Racing is just a hobby.
Yeah, I think it's your passion. It's part of your.
It's not a
the-
business. I wish it was a business.
I know, but actually, guys, this podcast, no, we're not just talking about racing here. So we really want to open this type of opportunity to be able to like interview such individuals that is not only in the racing but also in the car industry itself. We're not just focusing on just the racing part. So just so you know, guys. So I'm sure listeners here would love to get a peek behind the helmet too. More about person of the track. I mean, can you share that?
Basically, I would say most people, when they sit in a fast car,
Mm-hmm.
just even sitting in a fast car, you're already imagining how to go fast.
Right.
Well, basically, you have the feeling, the adrenaline
Mhm.
that you want to experience, just like going in a roller coaster, right?
Right.
So that feeling of speed is
Mhm.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Now, as a kid and playing with matchboxes and RC cars, and eventually growing up and getting to experience it inside the car,
Right.
right? And that's still that excitement and feeling of going fast.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, you're right. Spider-Man says, with great
Great
power
Power
comes
comes-
great responsibility. So there is a saying. I believe it comes from rallying, where they say, "You can't go fast until you learn how to go slow."
Right.
But
Exactly.
the simplest way to put it is, you can't go fast unless you know how to control the car and slow it down enough to make the corner.
Exactly.
So that's how I see driving in terms of being able to control
Right.
and be responsible and manage the power and the speed
Mm-hmm.
according to your skill.
Right.
So it's still skill.
Wow, that's really. I think this is a good avenue, really, guys, to really know more about this type of.
Well, that's mostly comes from bad experience when I
Right.
realized many things that I did wrong.
Mhm.
But good thing nothing major happened, but many mistakes that shouldn't happen if I had gone to proper racing school sooner.
Oh.
So when opportunity came to be asked by none other than Coach Pipi Sada,
Mhm.
who pioneered the motorsports development program, especially for Cebu, I was one of the instructors or trainers to help share the program. And since then, I've been doing it since 2015, and more than happy and fulfilled to help others learn how to drive fast and responsibly and safe.
Right, exactly. So it's always interesting, sir, no? How your passion begins. Like, when did you first discover your love for racing, and what is all about the sport that captured your passion and kept you going?
I think the aside from the speed and the excitement, I think mechanically I was probably interested. So when I had my RC car, I would take it apart, put it back together,
Yeah.
take it apart, put it back together, find ways to make it faster, make it better. So that helped me when I got into the real cars, understand better and do these things. But the problem was I was reading all these tuner magazines, and whatever I could see and I could buy and put in, I would do it. So that led to the Rise and the Furious.
So that first started.
Yes, that was probably in the mid 90s, 94, 95, 96, when I had my first car and riced it out.
The same. Because I also, me myself, I'm not a car guy. I'm really not into like more of the details about the racing stuff, but in my childhood days, I also experienced that kind of bata-bata pa ko ato. I started kanang your parents bought you toy car, and then suddenly murag ni grabe ang imuhang curiosity about sao man ni pag dagan ani, so imong ukbo tan-awon nimo. So it started with a dynamo pa, no?
Yeah.
Diha man gyud start na niya.
There you go.
CCS Talks is sponsored by ScratchGuard Pro. Invisible shield, unbeatable protection.
So as the racing director and one of the organizers in Rota Time Attack here in Cebu, what inspired you to take on the leadership role, and how does the event contribute to the development of local racing event?
Well, that's a good question. Date back to, I would say, 2007, I would believe. I was the very first organizer of the very first autocross of Cebu. The only reason why I did it was because I wanted to bring that motorsport competition in Cebu. So the late Danny Santiago and myself, we organized one right behind CICC. That road was already there. So that was very, very early on. But I didn't want to be an organizer after that because I wanted to be a participant.
Right.
So Jong Oy, Neil Labrador, and the racing line, along with Danny Santiago, took over from there for the Vismin.
Right.
But ever since then, as far as autocross, drifting, and we had rallycross, those are the events that I had my passion and experience to help organize and bring more people to try different types of motorsports.
Right.
And so came along Time Attack with Kirby Cañete of Spec C, who said, all right, well, let's just do a time attack and it's 3 hot laps and this and that. And as the competition grew and the number of cars needed to be categorized better,
Right.
so I felt that he needed some help and support in terms of making the organization better, the race flow smoother, and make it more fun and more with the more participants you have, now you have a problem when it comes to time.
Right.
So I'm a very time bound guy, so I had to make sure that everybody got their runs in on time and didn't feel like waiting and waiting. So the one thing I don't like as a racer is when am I gonna get to drive? So I really wanted to make sure that you knew when your category would be ready and you would be ready by then, because I didn't want you to like say, where's this guy? He's out eating lunch. And you can't have that.
Right. And right now, sir, what are the places ba na parts because I saw the round 2 of Rota Time Attack, and I get to experience what it feels like being or because as we all know, we are the media partner of course the Rota Time Attack, so we're able to spectate what is happening. And
Yeah.
talking about the participants of the event, how wide na ba ang atuhang reach in terms of the participants? Are we like
We have as young as 14, 15, I believe.
right?
Up to over plus to 60 maybe.
Right.
We have about easy 30 cars
Mhm.
with about 35 entries.
Oh wow.
So there's so many different formats in terms of front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, all wheel drive, and then you have the JDM cars, Euro
Right.
cars, some I'm not sure if there's any American cars, but mostly JDM.
Yeah,
and,
JDM.
And nice to see some Euro cars
Right.
get on the track as well.
Maybe soon we can.
Oh,
we don't know. We never know.
Who
right?
knows? We might see an electric car.
Right,
I'm
right.
waiting for electric car.
Exactly. And speaking of age, that is participating, we don't have age limit as long as they're
No.
inside the track
Yes,
and
yes. And
knows how to.
parents' consent.
Right.
Obviously, we prefer they take our
Mhm.
racing academy, and that way they can learn safely, not spend more by fixing the car.
Right. The P1 of I think there's
Jarek really does.
Jarek. He's from I think
The
he's
Jarek,
from
Dumaguete.
Dumaguete.
Yes.
So he's the youngest
Yes, yes.
racer in the event.
We've
right?
had young racers before.
Mhm.
Currently he's the youngest.
Wow. So really the Rota Time Attack here in Cebu I think is one of, do we have other racing events here?
As far as car is concerned, there's drag racing.
Right.
There will be an autocross coming up in
Mhm.
October.
Oh, wow.
And for cars, we have a rallycross track in Consolacion, but that one's a handful of participants only.
Right.
So it's different, and it's good to have this venue so that people will not go racing on the streets.
Right. Speaking of the track, do we also have like another, or do we have other location
Venues.
or venues?
There
for-
are possible venues,
Yeah.
but I would probably say may not be suited for time attack where
Exactly.
you do three hot laps.
Right.
It'd probably be more suited for autocross
I see.
and gymkhana.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Can you give us a message or an advice for our community?
I think
Just a message,
if
yeah.
you want to get into racing, you search for your local organizers, check out the racing scene, see what's going on,
Mhm.
and not necessarily what car wins or not. It's more on, are people really learning and growing? More than spending more. It's easy to spend more if you have the budget,
Exactly.
but it's really what will you get out of it in learning and growing. Just
And-
like different basketball clinics, different coaches offer different types of focus on a
Mhm.
basketball clinic. So nothing wrong with checking out different basketball clinics.
Exactly.
Right?
And you know what? I also come to realize that because I know there's a lot of like people who really love races, but they do it on a public places. Like I think this is a good avenue for those who want speed, but right, like you want safety, just go to.
It's I don't like to see or hear about news about accidents happening on the real roads,
Mhm.
especially when it comes to cars or bikes. There's ways to get your adrenaline out of the system,
Right.
and racing on a closed circuit happens to be one.
Mhm.
So be responsible again and enjoy safety.
Right, exactly. Thank you. So, sir, since actually the Rota Time Attack round 3 will be on September 28th, this coming Sunday. So, or if you would like to invite our community to
For those who would like to come and watch and spectate, and who knows if somebody will let you ride in the passenger seat as long as you have a helmet,
right,
come and watch. I just want to say thank you to Cebu Car Spotter, our media partner, for promoting the event and helping us with the media. I think most important is, understanding why people have a passion for driving fast and making sure that that's done in a responsible and a disciplined way.
Right.
And if you do something with discipline and passion and dedication, then good things will come out as long as you do it fun and fair.
Right. So guys, there you have it, Mr. Jong King, the legend of racing here in Cebu. So thank you so much for your time there. I think that's it for me. That's just all my question is. I think this is good thing that we were able to interview such a legend. No? So I think it's an eye-opener as well for those aspiring racers, especially katong ganahan jud og mga racing. So there you have it, guys. We have the Rota Time Attack here in Cebu. So we would love you to experience that event, because I know once you go there and experience what it felt like, maybe soon you would be joining and participating in the event. Who knows, right? So I think that's it for our CCS Talks. No? So again, sir, Boss Jong, thank you so much for sharing with me what it felt like to be a racer. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching CCS Talks, and I hope to see you on our next episode.